Sri Ramakrishna was still in the ecstatic mood. He spoke tenderly to the other devotees about their future. Master, to pull to. You will succeed too. But it will take a little time. To Baburam. Why don't I attract you to me? It is just to avoid trouble. To Mohini Mohan. As for you, you are all right. There is a little yet to be done. When that is achieved, nothing will remain. Neither duty nor work, nor the world itself. Is it good to get rid of everything? As Sri Ramakrishna spoke these words, he looked at Mohini affectionately, as if scanning his inmost feelings. Was Mohini really wondering whether it would be wise to renounce all for God? After a while, Sri Ramakrishna said, God binds the Bhagavata Pundit to the world with one tie. Otherwise, who would remain to explain the sacred book? He keeps the Pundit bound for the good of men. That is why the Divine Mother has kept you in the world. Now, Sri Ramakrishna spoke to the young Brahmin. Master, give up knowledge and reasoning. Accept bhakti. Bhakti alone is the essence. Is this the third day of your stay here? Brahmin, with folded hands. Yes, sir. Master, have faith. Depend on God. Then you will not have to do anything yourself. Mother Kali will do everything for you. Jnana goes as far as the outer court, but bhakti can enter the inner court. The pure self is unattached. Both Bidda and Abidda are in it, but it is unattached. Sometimes there is a good and sometimes a bad smell in the air, but the air itself is unaffected. Once, Vyasadeva was about to cross the Jamuna. The gopis were also there. They wanted to go to the other side of the river to sell curd, milk, and cream. But there was no ferry at that time. They were all worried about how to cross the river. Then Vyasa said to them, I am very hungry. The milkmaids fed him with milk and cream. He finished almost all their food. Then Vyasa said to the river, O Jamuna, if I have not eaten anything, then your waters will part and we shall walk through. It so happened. The river parted and a pathway was formed between the waters. Following that path, the gopis and Vyasa crossed the river. Vyasa had said, "If I have not eaten anything, that means the real man is pure Atman. Atman is unattached to anything. Atman is unattached and beyond Prakriti. It has neither hunger nor thirst. It knows neither birth nor death. It does not age, nor does it die. It is immutable as Mount Sumeru. He who has attained this knowledge of Brahman is Jivanamukta, liberated while living in the body. He rightly understands that the Atman and the body are two separate things. After realizing God, one does not identify the Atman with the body. These two are separate, like the kernel and the shell of the coconut when its milk dries up. The Atman moves, as it were, within the body. When the milk of worldly mindedness has dried up, one gets self-knowledge. Then one feels that Atman and body are two separate things. The kernel of a green almond or betel nut cannot be separated from the shell. But when they are ripe, the juice dries up and the kernel separates from the shell. After the attainment of the knowledge of Brahman, the milk of worldly mindedness dries up. But it is extremely difficult to attain the knowledge of Brahman. One doesn't get it by merely talking about it. Some people feign it, smiling. There was a man who was a great liar. But on the other hand, he used to say he had the knowledge of Brahman. When someone took him to task for telling lies, he said, "Why? This world is truly like a dream. If everything is unreal, then can truth itself be real? Truth is as unreal as falsehood." All laugh.